China's rise as a global superpower isn't just washing billions of renminbi onto our shores. It's also bringing with it the amazing diversity of Chinese food and culinary tradition. In this episode of Lucky Chow, we'll trace China's influence from the kitchens of new moms.
During pregnancy, you take care of the baby inside you. And after you give birth, you take good care of yourself during postpartum.
To a nocturnal New York cocktail den.
We designed the bar like a classic New York speakeasy style, but then we have Baiju in this, so it's like a merge of West and East culture.
And a raucous San Francisco wedding banquet.
It's gonna be a lot of good food, a lot of good people, a lot of fun, hopefully some good games going on, and definitely a lot of alcohol, I'll tell you that much.
Join us for an eye-opening look at how China and America are meeting and melding over food.
Ganbei.
Ganbei.
Taking care of a newborn baby is one of life's joys, but who takes care of mom? In China, an ancient tradition called 坐月子, or confinement month, is designed to restore the health of postpartum mothers. I've come to the Los Angeles suburb of Walnut to visit Jing Mommy, where Nicole Huang has put an American entrepreneurial spin on the Chinese practice. Her industrial kitchen prepares and packages healthy meals that follow age-old concepts of foods that heat and cool the body, and she delivers them to new moms across the country. All the women in my family practice 坐月子, the month of confinement.
Right.
And it's this belief that it's that month that is most critical to the health of a woman's future.
Right.
To the future of a woman's health. Is that true? That if you don't properly rest and nourish yourself during that month after childbirth, that your entire health will be compromised.
Because you adjust your body, the body type, back to normal. Like during pregnant, with a lot of body changes, like the heartbeat faster,
Yes.
and we gain weight, and there's more pressure on the joint. And as the tummy grow bigger, we get heartburns. And I always feel hot because of the hormone changes. So there's a lot of things changes during pregnancy. Even when we give birth, we lost a lot of blood and we use a lot of energy, which is qi in Chinese.
Okay.
So we want to recover from all of that. And there's an old Taiwanese saying is 产前母胎，产后顾月内. So what that means is during pregnancy, you take care of the baby inside you. And after you give birth, you take good care of yourself during postpartum. This is part of the breakfast, the egg, and this is mushroom egg. And we also have carrot egg right now.
So it has the ginger that you were talking about.
The ginger will help to get rid of the coldness, the humid in your body.
Yes.
And the rice wine will heat up your body and better circulation, faster metabolism, so you can recover faster. And the sesame oil in Chinese traditional medicine helps the arteries contract and also nourish the liver and the kidney. Over here is the sesame oil chicken soup. We have the ginger, the rice wine, and the sesame oil all in there.
And there's so much chicken, so it's so condensed, right?
Right.
Like everything a woman is putting into her body has to have the optimal level of nutrition. And are you using all parts of the chicken, or I only see dark meat here?
Yeah, we only use dark meat because the mom here, they don't really like that much of the white meat. The Chinese mom, they tend to like dark meat better. There's a lot of herb we use in the soup, especially on the third stage, the heating stage. So there's banquet, huangqi, chanqiong, hongzao, goqi. So there's a lot of Chinese herb that we help moms to recover faster and more efficient. We give mommy veggies that's according to what they can eat. So there's like Chinese food therapy. We understand the food type according to their effectiveness. So there's hot or heating the food type. and there's cooling, the 凉性 food type, and also mild. So we avoid all the cooling stuff, and we give them the heating stuff. So what you see in our kitchen, you'll only see the heating or the mild stuff. You will never see the cooling stuff.
Oh, really? So you're not supposed to like drink ice water?
No ice cream, no yogurt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Our meal is computerized. Like how many meal we deliver every day, because the number gets so big we cannot count by our fingers anymore.
Yes.
We serve around 40 to 80. I know the range is pretty big because they don't give birth at the same month.
Okay.
So it varies. And the chef come in at 5 o'clock to start cooking and preparation, and we start the meal delivery around 8:30 or 9 o'clock around that time. Okay, this is a whole day of meal.
Okay.
So here's the breakfast, there's an egg, there's a porridge, and for lunch you get a fish soup. So you can see there's the fish. And this is the mushroom.
Yes.
The sesame oil mushroom.
Okay.
And 1 rice and 2 veggie. And for the rice, we don't give them white rice. We give them brown rice or all the multi-grain rice. Because white rice will just get them fat.
Yeah.
So at dinner, there is the sesame oil chicken that we saw in the kitchen. And there's 2 soup, but you're only getting 1 soup. This is for the first and second week, which is mild and warm stage. And this is the heating stage, the 3rd stage.
This is really healthy. I mean, this is like food that people should be eating every day. You know what? I think I should have listened to my mom, because she kept saying, if you don't eat this, you're gonna age prematurely, you're gonna have poor health, you're gonna get tired more. And now she's like, see, I told you so, I was right.
It's also interesting because we have a lot of customers. The people that are truly believers are the second-time mom.
Oh, okay.
Mostly the first time, they didn't do it right. So they have a lot of things going on. Like you get cold feet, sore back, you lose a lot of hair and stuff. So the second time
I have all of that.
So second time when they have the baby, second time, they tend to do it correct. So here we have the packing slip, because we have a lot of customers. So the packing slip will have what they should eat during that day. Because everybody starts different day and it ends up in different day. So every packing slip is a little bit different.
So who are your clients? Are there any non-Chinese clients that you service?
It's over 90% Chinese.
Yes.
It is kind of hard for American to take the concept that you cannot eat anything cold.
Right.
Like you get like ice right after childbirth, but in Chinese tradition, that is not allowed.
Yes.
So the concept is a little bit hard for them to accept. We do get a couple, once in a while, but mostly it's just Chinese.
How far away do you send the meals to?
We have customers in Hawaii.
Really?
So New York, we have a lot of customers too.
Really?
So just anywhere that our driver can't deliver, we'll send frozen package to them.
It's about really like eating as much as you can, right, during that month. And the focus isn't on losing weight, right? I mean,
you're not trying to lose weight during that time.
Outside, I meet 3 satisfied customers of Jing Mommy. Why did you decide to 坐月子?
Because we think that it's really easier for us, so we don't have to cook for the food, and we do see how the body can regenerate, recover faster, and I think Annie will agree, my wife will agree that too. It makes the process just so much easier.
So what did you think of the whole process? Do you miss it? Would you do it again?
Yeah, I would definitely do it again when we have number 2.
Okay. And are you gonna eat the food again?
Yeah, why not? It's there and it tastes good and it's just so convenient. It's like order pizza delivery.
Did you like the food too? Were you breastfed?
Yes.
He was breastfed, right?
Yes.
So that's why you have such good skin, because you drink all that delicious soup. Yes, that is why. It's delivery time. No pizza or General Tso's chicken here. Just nutritious food for new moms who pay about $2,000 for a month of meals. That's great because, I mean, in America, the focus is always on the baby and the mother's neglected. Right. But in the Chinese tradition, the most important person in the house after childbirth is always the mother. That's the only month when you can really just be catered and doted on, right?
Mini vacation for new moms.
Yes, it looks good, but it's not for you this time. It's for the queen of the house. When you think of Asian spirits, you probably think of Japanese sake or Korean soju. But one of the world's most popular and potent liquors is Chinese, the grain alcohol known as Baiju. In Manhattan's trendy Soho neighborhood, there's a sleek downstairs den that's giving Americans an elegant introduction to this fiery Chinese brew. So why did you decide to open a Baiju bar?
I used to work in event planning for a while. I'm very interested in it, so I thought about maybe opening my own place. But there's like so many bars and restaurants in America, in New York. So I was like, if I do it, I want to do something different and special. Also speak up for the Chinese culture. So I was like, what's better than having a bar with Baiju? We designed the bar like a classic New York speakeasy style, but then we have Baiju in it, so it's like a merge of West and East culture. It's a widely consumed liquor, but like how little people know about it. Like a lot of people doesn't, even Chinese younger generation, they drink it. Now there are like more bars, they actually carry Baiju in China, but like, it's like still a lot of people doesn't know the history about it. A lot of people doesn't know where it comes from, what it's made of.
What exactly is Baiju?
So Baiju is mainly made with sorghum. It's a grain, like I think only Asian people consume. Yeah, like a lot of American people didn't even heard about what's sorghum. Most of Baiju liquor companies, they're along the river because they really need good water to produce it. So traditionally, it's like it's all the factories are built next to the river, and Baiju actually the making process is like very complicated and long. It takes a long time to ferment it, but we ferment it in ceramic jar instead of oak barrel, so that's why it doesn't color. It looks like water.
What does Baiju taste like?
It's very unique. It's definitely like nothing else you will try. Some of them are very funky and earthy, and some of them are more citrusy. It's hard to like describe it exactly how it tastes like because you cannot relate it to anything else. You really have to experience yourself.
I think Americans come in and they think of Baiju as this novelty product, but in fact, it has such a rich cultural tradition. It's inspired poets, painters. Tell me about that rich history.
It's funny, actually, many like famous poets in China in the history, they're big drinkers, and they wrote a lot of famous poems after drinking. And even one of the famous poems, he wrote one poem about like dukang. It's one of the most famous Chinese liquor.
You have a wonderful bartender that you work with, but he's Venezuelan. How did you choose him to represent Baiju?
I think when I first met Orson, we were talking about making cocktails. It's like, he's not just like a bartender, he's more like a chef to cocktails. So I think that's very important.
Well, you're really kind of like reinventing the whole template because there's never been a Baiju cocktail bar. How did you come up with the menu?
Well, it was a challenge, but the first thing was do research, learn everything I could about the category, try the most types of Baijus I could, so I started, getting more familiar, because no se matter what I think or what I want to do, if I don't get comfortable, I cannot design anything. So the more you drink it, the more you feel it. We're going to add 1 ounce of this, and this is the grapefruit liqueur combined with the Campari, combined with some of the secret flavors, so everything is here. So you're going to put 1 ounce. This is rosemary gin.
Okay.
So we infuse the Bombay Safari East with rosemary. So what we do is we take out all the leaves from the rosemary, cook a little bit, so we take out the oils. And after we infuse it, we blend it with more gin and put it here. Fresh lemon juice. And we're using 3/4 of an ounce. So rhubarb is very popular in summertime. In America, we do these delicious strawberries rhubarb pies, and I use it for cocktails. So we do 1 ounce, all the ice. Shake it hard. I will help you there.
Yeah, no. Wow.
Voila.
That's quite a shake. I may not shake like a pro, but I'm pretty good with the blowtorch.
You put in the top, and you have the cocktail.
This is really delicious. It's potent, with the gin, but it's not too sweet. I love the touch of rhubarb.
It's not too sweet.
Perfect for springtime.
Yeah.
Ganbei.
Ganbei.
When Chinese people come to America for the gold rush, China used to be poor. Like we used to be like under communism, like people doesn't have money, they don't have the money to afford a lot of things. But now it's like, it's different. Like everyone, the living standard is higher, everything is better in China. So people start looking at things differently. Like, they are not like focusing on coming to America and making money, but they're like more like focusing on what they can bring from China to Western culture. They wanted to, Western people start learning about us too. I'm happy that happened. I'm happy like people starting from a small thing and then they see much more behind it. I think it's changing. I think Baiju is coming to a new age.
When I want to serve my family a hearty, easy, delicious meal, my first choice is always hot pot. A trip to a Chinatown market provides the ingredients for this 1,000-year-old Chinese dish. Veggies like cabbage, daikon, and lotus root, tofu, shellfish, thinly sliced beef, fish cakes. They all go into a hearty broth that's cooked on the table for maximum family participation. We may use an electric burner rather than a coal fire, but no other meal connects us so closely to our Chinese roots. My love of hot pot goes back to my childhood when visits to my Chinese grandmother in Southern California always included outings to one of the San Gabriel Valley's hot pot restaurants. In Monterey Park, the heart of the valley's Chinese community, I'm checking out a new place that's serving hot pot with a cultural history lesson on the side.
Our name is called a Private Party Restaurant, which is opened by three great friends together.
Okay.
So we want to have like a private room for our friends to gathering together. So hot pot is really a good choice, so people can do whatever they like, just put in your pot and eat yourself.
Right.
Yeah, so you can have anything in the pot.
What are the different types of hot pot? I mean, what does Beijing-style hot pot mean?
Basically, it's you have to use the different material of the pot, which is copper. So the original pot is smaller on the top, and then you just put charcoal instead of using like electronic.
Oh.
So it gives more flavor, actually.
Huh.
Yeah, and there's no soup base. It's just water.
Oh, okay.
So that you can taste the meat fresh and the vegetables and everything. So you don't taste any sauce.
Right.
Then you have a sauce separately. You can mix, like make your own sauce, whatever you like.
Right.
Yeah, that's.
But here you have two soups already.
Yeah, this is based on what customers like want.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they want some flavors. Yeah.
So what are the two flavors? I mean,
This one we have the mushroom pot, and the other one is the most popular one, is the spicy hot pot.
Whether or not you notice Mao on the wall, the bubbling broth on the table will draw your attention. Well, I'm also intrigued by all the Cultural Revolution posters around here and the fact that, we're eating Beijing-style hot pots. Like our generation is the first generation to grow up without feeling, Mao's regime. And so it's almost like the image of the Cultural Revolution is just devoid of propaganda. It's just a fun icon, almost kitschy.
Yeah, I don't want to be like too serious about mom's theory or that's not the focus of our restaurant. Just make it more relaxing.
It's funny because people in China eat hot pot all year round, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because people here, Americans always think of this as a cold weather food. It's like, how can you eat such hot soup in the summertime, right?
Yeah, actually with the AC, actually you can enjoy it anytime.
Right, yeah.
With some cold beers, it's really good, actually.
I'm gonna put some Spam in there. I've never had Spam with hot pot before.
Yeah, actually with the spicy, it
Try it with
tastes
the
pretty
spicy?
good. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Like, so this is this a mountain yam or
No, it's
just a potato?
yes.
Okay. I love the shrimp, it just flavors the broth so much. And then the pumpkin and lotus root. This is
I love lotus with
it's good
spicy.
luck, isn't it? Right? It's kind of a Buddhist vegetable.
I think it's like more like it's called a pure plant. Actually, hot pot is very like freestyle. Whatever you like to do it, how you like to do it. But for me,
Help you,
thank
yes.
you. That looks nice.
Yeah. I just wanted to do the swish, swish out. Private party may slyly invoke the Cultural Revolution, but what could be more democratic than a meal where everyone shares the cooking? I'm in San Francisco's Chinatown, where the sound of clacking mahjong tiles drifts up from basement gambling halls, and the rich smells of Chinese cooking beckon from hundreds of restaurants. I'm here to witness a true cultural collision, the wedding of a second-generation Chinese American and his immigrant bride, who's just arrived from northern China. It's going to be a fusion affair with a mix of languages and customs, from lion dancers to hip-hop, and a truly stunning number of selfies. Anchoring it all, a traditional Chinese banquet of 8 lucky courses, ripe with symbolism. Hi, how are you? Hi. So nice to meet you guys, and congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting us film your wedding. This is a real honor. Mike is a native of the San Francisco Bay Area, but he and Linda have traveled a long way to make these memories.
Okay. 三兩支啊，燒冇，no。
Yeah, how did you guys meet?
Basically met in China while I was working there. We met in Guangzhou.
Guangzhou?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you just fell in love the second you saw Linda?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, it's like love at first sight, as they all say. But that's what they all say. Well, it's gonna be a lot of good food, a lot of good people, a lot of fun. Hopefully, some good games going on, and definitely a lot of alcohol. I'll tell you that much.
So this is a traditional Chinese wedding, would you say, or an American one?
It'll be more traditional Chinese. I'm gonna have lion dancers too. They were here earlier to take some pictures, but there will be definitely some lion dancing, more traditional Chinese food, and yeah, it's just hopefully everything goes well and tastes good to up your pot.
Well, double happiness for your future.
Thank you.
The decorations may be Chinese, but the spirit of the wedding is universal. It reflects the address, Grant Avenue, the Chinatown street that's one of America's most famous melting pots. Around the room, the guests easily switch between Chinese and English. The real language is Chinglish, right down to the ubiquitous selfie sticks. When the guests need a break from eating and dancing, Mike and Linda have provided games and the ultimate cross-cultural signifier, Disney accessories.
Cheers.
The MC announces the wedding party, and after their triumphant entrance, it's time for the purely Chinese part of the program. The lion dance, or wuxi, has been adding color and excitement to all sorts of Chinese celebrations for almost 2,000 years. For Mike and Linda, the dance should also bring good fortune to the marriage. Maybe Mike should have remembered to bring more cash for tips, though. Finally, it's time for the food. The waiters arrive with the dishes that symbolize longevity, fertility, wealth, and of course, double happiness. Noodles for long life, fish for wealth, duck for fidelity, and that humble staple, rice. Because the first question a Chinese person asks will always be, have you had your rice today? And all of it washed down with copious supplies of the best spirits. For this one day in a lifetime, Mike and Linda pull out all the stops. As the party rolls on, there's time to compare selfies and offer louder and louder toasts to the happy couple. Following tradition, they go from table to table to thank their guests with toasts of their own, as well as hongbao, the red packets of cash that change hands at every Chinese celebration. For Mike, it's a night of celebration among old friends. For Linda, it's an exciting and perhaps slightly daunting introduction to a new world. For me, it's a demonstration of how cultures can come together to form something new that keeps the best parts of both, and how the best place to make that happen is at a feast.